Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Prairie Math League. It is round 148 of elementary school, and I am Andrew Wang. Okay, so let's get started. First question is, x is a real number such that x squared minus 3x plus 2 equals 0. Calculate x cubed minus 3x squared plus 2x. Okay, so let's first list the equation. So it's x squared minus 3x plus 2 equals to 0. Okay, so if we do some factoring, we can factor this to be x minus 2 times x minus 1 will equal to the first part, which equals to 0. So there's going to be two solutions to this equation. Yeah, I did that right. So there's going to be two solutions to this equation. First one, x minus 2 has to equal 0. So x can equal to 2, or x minus 1 can equal to 0, and x equals 1. So these are the two solutions. And I'm going to erase this one so far. So we have these two solutions to this equation, x equals 2 and x equals 1. And now it says we have to calculate x cubed minus 3x squared plus 2x. So we're actually going to do this 2 times, and we're going to plug it into each one of them. So first one is 2 cubed minus 3 times x squared. So 2 squared, we can just put it as 4. Three times 4, and then plus 2x, so plus 4. Now will actually equal to 8 minus 12, negative 4 plus 4 is 0. So when we plug in x equals 2 into the equation, we get 0. Now let's try 1. So 1 cubed minus 3 times x squared, so minus 3 times 1 plus 4 will equal to 2 times x, plus 2 times x, that will actually be 2 plus 2. Let's say 1 cubed 1 minus 3, negative 2 plus 2 will also equal to 0. So when we calculate x cubed minus 3x squared plus 2x, no matter what x you plug in, you will always get 0. So the answer is A. So answer, yeah. Solutions, I'll write the solutions up here. So 1 is equal to A. Okay? So next question. So next question is, there are several groups of 6 integers whose product is 1. Which of the following cannot be the sum of such a group of 6 integers? The options they give us, and this is important, are A equals negative 6, B negative 2, C 0, D 2, and E 6. So we're going to go and try all of them and see which ones can't be the sum of the group of 6 integers. So first one, negative 6, we know that the sum is negative 6. So the only numbers really are negative 1, minus 1, minus 1, until you get to negative 6. That equals negative 6. And since we have an even number of negatives, the product will always equal positive. And since all we have are ones here, of the 6 integers, the product will always be 1. We're just looking at the difference of the signs. So since even number of negatives, we're gonna have to remember this. Even number of negatives will equal positive product. This is only when we are multiplying. Keep in mind that. So when we go to the next one, which is -2, so a sum of 6 integers whose product is 1 is -2, we can try something like -1 minus 1 minus 1, which will be -4, and then +2 will equal -2. So from this +1 plus 1, that will equal to -2. And since it's all ones in the group of 6 integers again, the product will equal 1. And since there's also an even number of negatives, four negatives, it will also equal a positive product. Equals to a positive product. So when you multiply -1 like this, when you multiply like this, the product is 1. And same as the first one too, since it's an even number of negatives. Now let's look at the 0. So 0 has to be something like 3 -3 in this situation. So let's actually try that. So -3, -1 minus 1 minus 1, +1 plus 1 plus 1. When you add those together, the product you get, the sum you get will indeed be 0 since it's -3 plus 3. But let's take a look at let's look at the product though. So we know since it's all ones, the product will be 1. So is it positive or negative? I'm counting 3 negatives here, which is an odd number of negatives. It'll actually equal a negative product. So product won't be 1, it will be -1. And since the several group of 6 integers whose product, they have to be 1. Since this one is -1, that means this cannot be the sum of such a group of 6 integers. So the answer is C, 0. Okay, we're gonna write that down. Sorry, yeah. Erase this. One. Whoops. A. Number 2 is C. I'm gonna be writing all the answers at the top. So let's move on to the next question after I erase all of these. Okay. So question number 3. The mean average height of a group of children will be increased by 6 centimeters if 12 of the children in the group were each 8 centimeters taller. How many children are in the group? So this one we're dealing with averages of heights. So let us first get some information. So average is usually the combined of something. In this case, it's height. So we're going to combine height divided by how many of those heights are there. So basically, in this situation, the number of children. And since we're talking about an increase in average, it will be something like, for this case, it will be 6 which is how much the average increased, as it says in the question, will equal to, we're trying to find the number of children. So let's set a variable for the number of children first. So we'll put n equals the number of children. So 6, which is how much the average increased. And then it says if 12 of the children in the group were each 8 centimeters taller, that will be a total of whatever 12 times 8 is. So we know that 12 times 8 is actually 96. So basically, the combined height of these children, specific children, will equal to 96 divided by number of children, which is n. And the reason we write it like this, because 6 is the amount that the average change, and then 96 is the amount that the combined height of all the children increased, divided by the number of children. We can use this equation to find the number of children. This is not to calculate the average, because the average may not be 6. That's just how much the average increased from the first time to the second time. So if we solve this equation, it will be, we move it to the other side, 6n equals 96. So n will actually equal 96 divided by 6. And that gives us 16. So you look in the answer, yep, it's number A. So the answer is A. Let's move on to question 4 now. I'm gonna read it. The bag contains marbles of 5 different colors. 1 marble is chosen at random. The probability of choosing a brown marble is 0.3. Choosing a brown marble is 3 times as likely as choosing a purple marble. Choosing a green marble is equally likely as choosing a purple marble. And choosing a red marble is equally likely as choosing a yellow marble. The probability of choosing a marble that is either red or green is, and we have to find what the probability of red and green from after choosing 1 marble inside a bag. So let's begin by just listing the probability for each colors. So as I said, a brown marble probability is 0.3, and purple marble, they said it's 3 times, brown marble is 3 times as likely as choosing a purple marble. That means a purple marble is the brown marble divided by 3. So 0.3 divided by 3, that gives us 0.1. So probability of choosing a purple marble is 0.1. And it says choosing a green marble is equally likely as choosing a purple marble. So green, since same as purple, it's also 0.1. Now this is the part where it gets, we have to do a bit of calculations. It says choosing a red marble is equally likely as choosing a yellow marble. So we know that the red probability is equal to yellow. We're actually going to set yellow as Y, and we're going to set red as R. So if we, so if we look at it closely, the probability of brown plus purple plus green, 0.3 plus 0.3 plus, 0.1 plus 0.1 will equal to 0.5. That means there's a 50% probability, 0.5 probability of choosing the other colors, and the other colors being red and yellow. So red plus yellow probability will equal to 0.5, since it's the other side of it. Now, since we also know that red's probability is equal to Y, whereas yellow's probability, that means we can replace the R with 2y, so it'll be y plus y y plus y equals 0.5. That gives us 2y equals 0.5. So y equals 0.25. 0.25. That means red will also equal 0.25 since they are the same probability. Now let's look back at the question. It says the probability of choosing a marble that is either red or green is. So what we're going to do here is simple, just add the probability of red and the probability of choosing green. So we know that red is 0.25, and then plus probability of green at the top here, we know that it's 0.1. So the probability of choosing either a red or a green will be 0.35. Look at 0.35. The answer is C. So the answer to question 4 is number C, 0.35. Is C. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to question 5. 5 classmates, Barry, Juan, Daya, Cindy, and Ed, will compete in a contest. There are no ties allowed. In how many ways can first, second, and third place awards be given out? So we're actually going to draw this one. So let's put first place award here. Make it, yeah, fancy. That's first place. Second place, and then not so much. Third place, even simpler. So these are the different places, okay? And we have 5 people. So, but you can get 4th and 5th place, but there's no awards for them. We can just put them here. But we're only trying to find how many ways first, second, and third place awards be given out. So we can just ignore 4 and 5. So all 5 people have can all have a chance to get first place. So there's 5 ways the first award can be given out. But now once the first award is given out, only 4 people left. There are only 4 people left who are available, who have a chance to get second place. So there's 4 different ways after first place has been given out that second place can be given out. And after second place is given out, there's only 2 people have received awards. So there's only there's 3 people left who have a chance to get third place award. So that will be 3. And then so on for 4 and 5. There's two different ways 4th place can be given out, and then whoever's left gets 5th place. But we don't focus on that right now. We're not focusing on that. So, but when we look at this, the different combinations, we're going to multiply them. So 5 times 4 times 3, and that will give us because individually first place can be given out 5 different ways. Individually, second place can be given out 4 different ways. And individually, third place can be given out 3 different ways. But when we multiply together, this is how many ways first place, second place, and third place, how all of these can be given out. So 5 times 4 times 3, that gives us 20 times 3, which is 60. So there are a total of 60 different ways first place, second place, and third place awards can be given out. So the answer to 5 is B. So let's erase that. And we'll move on to the last question, question 6. So a bicycle travels at a constant speed of 15 kilometers per hour. The bus starts 195 kilometers behind this bicycle and catches up to the bicycle in 3 hours. What is the average speed of the bus in kilometers per hour? So we'll list out all the information we know. We'll set we'll set bicycle as B, and we'll set a bus as u. So we know the speed of a bicycle is 15. We also know that the time for all this to happen, so the time of the bus plus is equal to the time that the bike takes, which is equal to 3 hours because it says after 3 hours. So this is what we know. We also know the bus starts 195 kilometers behind the bicycle and catches up to the bicycle in 3 hours. So we know that the distance that the bus goes is equal to 195 kilometers as it starts behind, plus however long the bike goes before the bus caught up to it. So that's our equation. We also know at the top here that speed equals distance over time. And distance equals speed times speed. These are going to be very important. So from this equation, we can use the speed, distance, time formulas, and we'll start off by finding distance of the bike, and that way we can find the distance of the bus, which will later help us find the speed of the bus, because that's what we're looking for. So the distance of the bike is the time that the bike takes, which is 3 hours, times the speed of the bus. So we know that the speed of the bus is 15 times 15. So distance of the bus will equal 3 times 15, which is 45. Got to erase that. Is 45. Okay. So we now know the distance of the bus. We can use this to find. We know the distance of the bike. We can use this to find the distance of the bus. So since so we're gonna combine these two. So distance of the bus will equal to 195 plus distance of the bike, which is 45. And that gives us 240. The question asks us to find the average speed of the bus then. So we'll use the distance formula, speed, distance, time formula again. So we know that we don't know the speed of the bus, but we know the speed of the bus is equal to the distance of the bus over time of the bus. So speed of the bus is equal to distance of bus 240 divided by time of the bus, which is 3. So 240 divided by 3 equals 80. So speed of the bus equals 80. So the answer to 6 is B, 80. So yeah. So I'm gonna retype the answers so it's more clear. Uh, but that is all of the questions. I can erase all of this. No. So 1A, answer to question 2 is C. 3A, 4 C. 5 is B, and 6 is B. If you got all these answers correct, then if you got these answers, sorry, yeah, then you got all these then you got all the questions correct. So thank you for listening. This is elementary school round 148 Prairie Math League Solutions. I'm Andrew Wang, and I'll see you in the next video.